Hey there, we're in episode 47, almost to 50. Um, well, I can't really remember where I left off, to be honest with you, during the last message, but let's just say we'll take it from the holidays. I was doing really well, and unfortunately, through some triggers and unfortunate spots, I did not make it through the holidays clean. I really thought I was going to. I was really close till like the last week of holidays, and everything fell apart really fast. Um, you know, I beating myself up about it a lot because I've been disappointed, but you know, my counselors have reaffirmed that I'm doing everything I can. It takes as long as it takes. I'm doing my best, and that's all I can be asked of. And it's fighting a war here, and it ain't easy. It's the honest truth of it all. So I admitted that I need to probably go back to rehab, and so I've been looking at some longer-term care facilities. In terms of that, I came up with some new strategy plans for moments that I'm overwhelmed, because that still seems to be my major trigger. Um, this time I kind of went wild. I had, let's just say, the drugs became accessible, easy to use, and easy to partake. I don't know how to say it other than that. I ran wild. It was a bad situation that happened. I thought I could control myself. I could not. I ended up in the hospital with complications. I'm lucky to be alive. Um, it is starting to affect my overall health, drastically. I know the difference. My tolerance is high. I'm doing a lot more, and I just can't seem to stop. Even though, it's weird feeling like two people, where one part of you is happy with your life and happy with everything in it and works really hard to have the things that it has now, and I'm content in that sense. And then, but there's the other half, that this desperate need and want and desire that's pulsating out of control most of the time, and it wants me dead, and I want it dead. It's just funny enough, and even in the moments I lose myself and I can't stop the want or the need, I will look at that syringe, and knowing there's a good chance it could kill me, and I still cannot stop. It scares me. I hate that feeling of feeling powerless. I said it more than a couple times. I feel like my addiction's bitch most of the time. Like I'm just a puppet boy. When I get to those overwhelmed emotional states, I don't have as much control as I liked. I definitely, it overtakes every sense of your body. It's very difficult to get through those moments, and sometimes it's successful, sometimes I'm not. I have some times that I get through it, but it feels like I don't know if I so much get through it as it just gets placed on a back burner and grows and festers over the next little bit of time, and until I break down. I still don't really know how to deal with that. Um, like I said, I'm doing the best I can. Life is complicated at the best of times. And other than that, I immediately just try to pick myself up, get myself back going, get back on the wagon, continuously trying to carve out those new neural pathways that are going to recondition my behavior. Easier said than done, and takes a long time. When I'm clean for a while, I do seek out those things that I come to be my new ways of coping. I notice, instead of immediately wanting to do more drugs to get through the recovery process of relapse, now I want to go to a meeting, I want to talk to somebody, I want to reach out. That means it's working. Incredibly slow, but it's working. I'm getting there. I just scared to die in the relapse in between getting from where I was to where I'm going. That's the only thing that really scares me, and it's a possibility. I try to be as safe as I can in the situation based on what I'm doing, but nothing's a guarantee. Your body can only handle so much, and I've been going pretty hard since I was a teenager. So, um, the counseling is going good. I'm really happy with my counselor at Canadian Mental Health Association. I started seeing a sexual health counselor, but because of my instability in my still using and falling off the wagon, she doesn't think I'm ready to handle that yet. So we're taking a breather, and she's letting me kind of collect myself in the meantime. And I think that's not a horrible idea. I should be stable going into dealing with sexual trauma for sure. Apart from that, I came up with another new design. Because you know what, if I'm falling off and something's not working, so I just try to keep restructuring it, and hopefully hopefully that new plan will be the one that works. That's all we can do, right? So I came up with a new daily routine, a little bit different than my last one. I guess a little more focused on just what I need right now. My plan last time was like a structured plan of what I should be doing with it in terms of having all the outlets that I want to have, and having the sponsor and having this and that, and I don't have some of those things, so I have those gaps where those things are expecting to fill them at some point. But I thought maybe it's not a good idea to worry about that now. Let's worry about what I need right now, and not worry about what I'm going to need in a structured plan later, because right now I don't have some of those things to have that structured plan. Makes sense, right? So I changed it up into just, taking care of your mind, your body, and soul. Trying to have a nice balance of mind care, body care, soul care. My church, and I have my spirituality stuff, and I have my yoga and working out, and my mental health appointments and stuff like that. So I think I have a good balance, and it's all about finding that balance and maintaining that balance. Maintaining the balance is quite difficult. It's easy to come up with a plan and do it for a couple of days, but I find my noticing of behavior is that if I'm too tired to do it one day, I'm less likely to do it the next day. If I don't do it the next day, I'm really not likely to do it the day after that. And after day 4 comes, I'm completely off my schedule. I'm in my routine, and then we're not in my routine anymore. And that's where the instability comes, and that's where I'm most likely to fall. I've noticed. That's what my tracking on my patterns has been over the last so many months. My mom said she's noticed a huge difference in how far I've come since I've just moved out of my place and been living with her. Of course, I don't notice all that progress initially myself, but other people have a tendency to notice it. So that's good. That makes me feel good that I'm like moving forward. I don't see it at the pace I want to see it, but other people are seeing it, so that's a good sign. I'm content. With things are, as long as I can maintain them. I have a potential sponsor I'm meeting with today. I'm really excited. I asked him a while ago over the Christmas holidays, and just because of the craziness of the holidays, he had to talk to his sponsor first and whatever, and then he talks to me. So we're supposed to be going to a meeting tonight, and I'm really hoping that he's going to say yes. It's like asking someone on a date, you get all these butterflies, you can say yes, what's going to happen, and you're getting all nervous, and yeah, I never get used to that feeling, but I'm really hoping that he's going to say yes, because I really need to start working the program. A lot of healing comes from working the program, which I haven't done in over a year now, because I haven't had a stable sponsor. So this is what needs to be done, and this is what I need to work on. So I just went for it, and I asked him, and now we're going to let the cards lie where they lie. If he says no, then hey, well, I'm going to find somebody else. And I have a feeling he's going to say yes, though, because we usually don't meet with somebody to say no to them. You tell them on the phone, like, nah, I don't think it's a good idea. A waste of time, right? So that makes sense. I think it's going to work out. I'm very optimistic in my future, as long as I can still do the next right thing. and I maintain. So that's where my focus is lying right now. I do have my backup plan, safety net for looking into longer term rehabilitation and also recovery homes. Those are options. There is so many to look at, and I can go technically anywhere. I don't know where I want to go yet, so I haven't. I have looked at. I know a couple of them. Talked about a couple of them, but like I really have to get in there and see required clean time, program styles, other requirements. Every place is so different and structured so differently that it takes. You should it's a lot of recovery stuff to go through to make sure that you're finding what you think is going to be the best one for you, right? So that's my backup plan, because you always have to have a backup plan. It's always good to have another backup plan after that. So my right now I'm on antibiotics for my since my last hospital stay. It's only been a week since I've been out of the hospital. It's only been this is day 3 out of my bed now finally, and it's been hard to get back up there, and my energy has been a little low, but I'm forcing myself to get back to it. The faster I can get back into a routine, the better. And so I'm on antibiotics. It's a tricky infection to treat, so I'm on it for a month. So I need 30 days clean to go back to Westover Treatment Center for stage 2. So I can't use drugs right now. So this is good. This is keeping me in a good state. I'm scared to use drugs. After the last time, I had a lot of abdominal pain, and I felt like my kidneys were going to burst. I was in so much incredible pain. So that fear is keeping the cravings away, because I don't even want to think about it. I know that it's probably a good thing. It's going to be a good thing, because then I have my 30 days clean. I need 30 days clean to go back there, and then I do that. See how I feel after that. If I still feel like I'm struggling, then we look into a longer term care facility, possibly up to 3 to 6 months. And after that, recovery home. Or it could be in the other order, depending. But, you know, a lot of it is mental. I don't know. I'm still, my counselor asked me, like, what is it that scares me exactly about moving on? Like, I seem to have a clinging to a version of myself in the past, and I realize I'm kind of doing that. It's hard when you're forced to change every single thing about you, because the only thing you have to change in recovery is everything. Well, I've heard that so many times now. It's just really sinking in that I have to change everything, and then I have these fears of like, who am I without these character aspects of me that I've grown to know myself to be. And when I try to view myself as a person without this and without that, and pulling out this trait and that trait and this defect and this, I just look like a void shell, and it scares me not knowing who I am without those parts of me. Like, I know I have good parts of me, and I know I have other parts, but like, those are fundamental huge parts that I've got used to, and how I see myself. It does scare me when stuff starts to change and adapt, and think about who I am without that. It becomes this like cluster fuck of a mind fuck that just basically snowballs into this just terrifying fear of, who am I? What am I going? What am I doing? Who am I going to be? Who am I if I can't be these things? And all this stuff gets in my head, and then I just overthink it to death, and then here I am saying, oh, I'm getting far away from the person I used to be, and that scares me at the same time. And I don't know, my mind apparently this is normal when you go through recovery. It doesn't feel normal a lot of the time, and it just feels like when they say trust the process and this is part of it, you're like, okay, I really, really want to do that, but at the same time, holy shit, it's a lot. It's a lot. It is a lot. At the best of times, it's fucking a lot. Sometimes I just can't imagine having any more than this, and sometimes it becomes too much more. I try to just take a step back and breathe. Like right now, we're just talking about it. makes me overwhelmed, freaks me out. I know it's going to take time to develop into the best version of myself. And that's all I want, is to become the best version of myself. Not just for me, but for the people I love and care about, because they deserve that version of me. They haven't gotten that in a long time, I feel like. If ever. I have all these amazing, beautiful, wonderful people in my life, left, right, and center, that make my life worth living. And I can't picture my life without them. And I feel so blessed, and every time I have to say I have to start over, it breaks my heart, because I feel like I'm letting them down, and I know I'm not. But I just want to give them the best version of myself so bad. Because they give me the best versions of them, and I truly love them all for that. My friends from NA and the fellowship and the Camp Windiki and and my church, and just all these great, amazing, beautiful souls that not too long ago were in my life, and now I can't picture them not being there. Don't get me wrong, these are tears of joy, of happiness and true gratefulness. And I just want to give them what they give me, you know? I really do. So I keep persevering, and I keep trying, and I don't, well, I may fall down, but I'll never stop picking myself back up. Gotta keep going. And and that's basically where I'm at right now. Pretty nice, short, straight to it. But yeah, just start training again for the polar bear dip. It's coming up, I think in March. Really excited for that. Really hoping the water is as warm as it was last year, and it was freezing. But like I heard the year before that, they had to come and, like, the firemen had to come and break up the ice the night before and the morning of, and I'm like, oh my god, just like running through water with giant ice chunks running through it. I'm like, I could just picture how cold it was, because holy fuck, I left the water without some genitals last year. I can only imagine how much colder it could be. Holy damn, I'm a little nervous. I'm also nervous that there is an open mic night this Friday at my church. I am doing the poem I wrote in response to the anti-gay protest that happened at the end of summer. It's one of my favorite speeches or poems I've ever written. So I want to share that, and I'm supposed to be doing a song with a friend for the first time without a choir backing me up. Just a duet picture by Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow. I'm really nervous. This is the first time singing without the choir, so obviously I'm nervous. I need to get over this fear, though, if I want to have a solo, right? So I know this is something I have to do, and I'm really hoping that it's gonna go well. Anyways, if I crash and burn it, I crash and burn, but at least I'm gonna try and face that fear, get through it. We're supposed to be just doing it for fun, so there's shouldn't be any pressure there, but of course I'm nervous. I'm like, get nervous as hell. The closer we get, the more nervous I get. But I know it's gonna be fine, one way or another. If I go down in flames, and I can say I went down in flames, but I tried my best. So that's all that matters. Anyways, I hope everyone is doing well. Sending blessings and love out there to everybody. And thank you for watching and just keeping up with me. Yeah, have a great day. I think that's the rest. That's all I wanted to say today. So take care. Bye.